We're here today at the Orange County Historical Museum for their new Native American exhibit, Journeys of the Occaneechi in Hillsborough, North Carolina.
We are here by an appointment. Hopefully when things open up after the COVID-19, it'll be open for good. The Journeys of the Occaneechi exhibit at the Orange County Historical Museum was created by Courtney Smith, who is the Program and Exhibits Director for the museum. She did a great job, and we were excited to have her available at the museum on the day we took the tour.
The Native American exhibit consists of many handmade items and artifacts, including arrowheads, pottery, clothing, spears, beadwork, and much more. Rather than try to show you the entire exhibit, we've included links to more complete information in the description and encourage you to plan to visit in person if possible.
John Blackfeather Jeffries is a Occaneechi tribal area, or Occaneechi tribal leader in the area, and he's an incredible wealth of knowledge. He is very proud to have been a veteran. He served during the Cuban Missile Crisis, and he's also very proud to be an Occaneechi. And he's actually created 4 reconstructed spears, and they show this technological progression. As you can see, the oldest one is pretty much just a sharpened stick. And then we start moving on, we see some flint knapping. Now, John Blackfeathers is actually quite adept at flint knapping, and if it weren't for COVID, we would love to have demonstrations. And here you do start to see a little bit more of a technological invention here. We've got the wrapping of the sinew. Moving on, you see that it's a little bit more carefully constructed. And what's interesting to me is that this shaft is thinner as well. It's lighter, it's going to have greater accuracy, and we start seeing the addition of feathers, which again is going to increase the accuracy, but it's almost like you're taking pride in this as an individual as well. And finally, this one is the most modern of all, and it's actually bamboo. It's incredibly light, very, very skinny around. You see that there's actually addition of a little bit of, I thought that was metal. But it's interesting the way that you've got a difference of shape, and even the shape of the top has changed. And this time, the feathers that we have are down at the bottom. This is one feather that has been split, and according to Johnny, it actually naturally spirals when you split the feathers. And by attaching it at the end like that with the spiral, it of course gives it an incredible spin, just like a football. It's really incredible to feel the difference in weight and girth when you're moving through them. And it's also interesting to think that at the beginning, this is mostly going to be used for hunting, perhaps a little bit of tribal warfare. But as you start to get more European conflict, which also creates conflict along the trading path, which just ups the ante for the conflict between tribal members, it's not just for hunting, it's also really going to be used more for warfare and for conflict. And so it's a little bit sad, a little bit interesting to think about why were the technological inventions going the way they were? Was it purely to make it better at killing animals, or was it also to make it better at killing man? It's a bit dark, but I like to think, because there's more than one reason why things change. We also do have an addle down here. And now, of course, this works more like a slingshot, where you would be attaching down at the end where the notch is, the arrow, and you hinge from the elbow, as far as I understand. It's not so much in the shoulder, or is it a little bit in the wrist, maybe? I don't know, I'm a terrible frisbee thrower, so I would probably be bad at the addle. But it creates incredible force.
In addition to the outstanding Native American exhibit, the museum's current general history exhibit includes historic firearms, tableware, period hats, clothing, shoes, and one of the most complete sets of colonial weights and measures that still exists anywhere. Something for everyone.
The location of the Orange County Historical Museum was first a Church of England, built in 1768. In 1775, the Third North Carolina Provincial Congress met here, followed by the North Carolina Constitutional Convention in 1788. From 1816 to 1908, it was part of the Presbyterian Church that still occupies the adjoining property. And from 1910 to 1977, a public library was located on this corner. The current building was built in 1934. We really enjoyed our visit, and we hope you'll find time to visit the museum yourself soon. But if time or distance preclude a personal visit, be sure to check out the links in the description for a more complete and fascinating experience, direct from the museum's own website.